Alright, welcome back. We are back here in Gunsmith Simulator. Last time we just got done working on the Mosin Nagant. We're gonna swing up into our orders here and see what's next up for us. Click on Gunsmith Services here. Looks like we got ourselves an Uzi, a Mosin, a M4 Carbine, a fancy car, car 98. And we'll kind of see what we're going to look at here. Modern standard. Won an auction for this basic M4. Unfortunately, I did not see that it was in very bad shape. I believe it is something that you can manage. Just a few damaged and dirty parts, nothing to be worried about. This guy wants us to customize attachments. I say, let's do the AR. Why not? Back out of here and go see what we got. Looks pretty good. I am going to be pointing out a few things here because I have built an AR from scratch in real life, and I have taken like law enforcement armor courses and such. So I'm just going to point out a few basic things, like this rear sight post is what the Army is currently using as a backup iron sight for the M4A1 series rifles. This is in standard M4 buttstock. This is an A2 grip. That is a PMAG. This is just a regular front sight post and a bird cage flash hider. But this here is the odd part. This is a FSP, otherwise known as the front sight post handguard for the, I think it was the Block 2 series of M4s. But the front sight post is supposed to be in here, and your gas tube really shouldn't be exposed like this, because it's just prone to being knocked around and damaged, and it's a very thin metal right there. It looks like a 20-inch barrel, but a handguard that's meant for a 16-inch. Also, that looks to be a free float handguard with the bolts there, but the barrel nut here does not actually accept that unless it plugs in there. Very odd. And all these bolt holes are missing, but this should be a two-piece extended quad rail with FSP cutout. Yeah, this guy kind of got screwed at the auction, but you know what? We'll make it right for him. We'll make it right for him. Don't worry about it. Take out that magazine plate. This ring's gonna come out here. And it doesn't appear. This is an 18-inch barrel. Okay. And that is correct. That is the hole that holds in the gas tube, and then there's two taper pins that hold that on there. I guess that would come on like that. I would always take the handguard off before anything else, but you know, you do you. Take that off. Got two bolts holding on here. It's just weird that they have the other four mounting points there. Take off the barrel nut there. Rail cap. Interesting. This is a really good game. I really enjoy what they're doing with this here. Little mounting block there. The whole thing comes off. Let's take off the stock here. It's odd we can't take that off, but take out our two captured detents here. Now I wonder if that's modeled. Yep, sure is. Where the spring and detents go, and then the other one is sticking out there. So that piece wouldn't have come out. I'm nitpicking now. I'm really into ARs. You can't tell. Take out our buffer retaining pin there. We'll take off our buffer tube. Got the castle nut on it. I feel like the castle nut has to come off. Sure does. We'll pick that up and we'll take it off. And we'll pick you up. Well, won't pick you up. Take out that there. A little jump scare from the old buffer tube there. Go back to the lower receiver here. And I'm curious, it's going to take out the hammer. So we're going to take out the pin that's holding it on. So it's a mil-spec trigger. That is an auto sear. This man did not get tricked by the auction company. It is a felony if it's not correctly owned, but you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. Can I not take anything further apart here? I would like to take more apart. Can I not? No? Confused. Let's go back to the autos here. Where'd that thing go? Couple of pins here. So we're gonna have to take off. Okay, maybe not. So that's taken apart. We're gonna need to take apart the forward assist, of course, of course. Oh, the bolt carrier is still in there. Bolt carrier and the charging handle. Take the chart. Okay, well that would come out as one unit, but that's okay. Got our retaining roll pin right there. And we'll take off the ejection port cover. We're gonna need to take. Did that come off? Okay. Take off the little pawl there that catches on the. There's like a little rib side of the bolt carrier group, and that's what that catches on. So that spring did come off, it looks like. We'll put you down. We don't need to deal with you much anymore. Bolt carrier. Let's take some stuff off. So we got our gas key here. Were they staked? Oh, they weren't staked. On a fully automatic rifle, you would have thought so, but no. Okay, and let's take off letter cotter pin there. That goes up. Let's pull the bolt out. Is that firing pin still in there? Or is that, did that come with the bolt? Didn't see it shown. Go back to the bolt here. Firing pin. Oh, it's right there. I guess it did come out with it. What is knob and knob part? Okay. On the rear side here. Our little windage adjustment. And the ejection port cover latch. And just this little piece right here. Now, I could definitely be wrong, but, ooh. Broken parts, one of our PMAG springs are bad. The forward assist, the rear sight, and the ejection port. Then we got a couple dirty parts, alright. Got, very in-depth. It's got the buffer weights that were inside the actual buffer, the rubber spacers to keep them from damaging each other. This game just looks good. I can't believe that the trigger didn't come out. The trigger... Let's see here, pick you up. See the parts that are still on here. So we still have the safety on here, which I would love to see if... Yep, that says auto underneath, which matches the third hole on the receiver here. We've got the serial number in two different spots, which... do I have an AR near me? Let's see here. Yep, nope, I only have the serial number in one spot, and then the other spot is the manufacturer again. Oh, it's on both sides. That's okay. We have the magazine catch right here, and then we have the bolt hold open. Bolt catch right there. Then we've got our trigger guard, and then the trigger, which would be on that pin right there, and then there should be a spring laying right there. Yep, and then you have your disconnector right there. And that is a cammed, or like an extra, I should say a safety with extra cams for the fully automatic. Then this plate right here comes off, and then that is where this little guy pops out. But I digress. I'm getting too much into it. Let's go clean some things. spot here. Clean up that auto steer. It's worth a lot of money. I think the last time I checked on a Class 3, so in a pre-1986 fully automatic M4 M16 was about $43,000. So if you're trying to avoid a little bit of a Class 6 felony for owning a fully automatic firearm with the auto sear, you can always buy a pre-86 transferable. Let's see here. Clean up that bolt carrier. Ooh, somebody did not properly PMCS their weapon. PMCS meaning preventative maintenance checks and services. Okay, and that is all clean. Let's head back here. And we're gonna go to stock and barrel here, and we're gonna get some M4. We need that's the buffer spring. Let's see here. Oh, we got a bunch of pages for this. We need the forward assist, backside of the injection port cover. Okay, we got an M16 stock. See, they do have the parts, so I wonder why they weren't able to. There's a burst one. There's a burst one. I'm excited. Alright. I'm probably gonna... Oh, nope. There's one piece we need. There is... We did not need the knob parts. We cleaned those up. It's here, the magazine pusher. We did need the back sight. We need the ejection port cover. And we'll just look up magazine pusher. Magazine spring. There we go. Check out here. Buy it. And back to the shop. Let's see here. Oh, forgot to go back and check my little Amazon package here. Realistically, probably be Brownells or, you know, take your pick on what kind of company you buy from. Brownell is a good company. I buy some of my parts from Geisley, Aero Precision, some from Daniel Defense, CMMG, just stuff like that. Alright, let's pick up this oily rag here. Start wiping some stuff down. Now, I wouldn't particularly oil the handle, I guess the grip there, but I would definitely oil the sear. I can see that being oiled. I would not oil that. Wouldn't oil that. I would oil a lot of the bolt. It's probably the area I would spend the most amount of time on. We'll put our grip back on here. Maybe our screw won't be so wobbly this time. Oh, it's still a little wobbly. That's alright. As long as you put a crush washer in there. Maybe not a crush washer. I cannot really remember what type of washer it has, but it does have one. Pop that back in there. Let's reassemble this bolt here. Put our firing pin back in. Put our little catch there, little cotter pin. And then let's put our gas key back on. A good gunsmith would put some little punch marks right here from like a center punch, just so that's staked down so that can't loosen up. Because that's kind of what's keeping your weapon together. Is a good stake job on that bolt carrier. We'll put that little pin back in there. We'll reattach that. Okay. Now our upper receiver is pretty much good to go. Let's start putting together the rear sight again. Got our new parts all cleaned up. Pop our flip up rear sight there. And that we'll be able to pop back onto the upper receiver here. Put our little clamp down there. Get that tightened up onto that 1913 rail. Could probably put our auto steer back in. Now, I did very small amounts of work on M16A1s for a short period of time, so I could not tell you too much about auto steer rifles, but they are a little bit different. Just a little bit. It's all in the trigger pack. That's really the only difference. Let's put that buffer retainer back. Put our stock back on. Now we have a fully assembled lower. Let us find... I suppose. Oh, we did not have a complete upper yet. There is our captured detents going back into the lower receiver. Get back in there, you. Let's put those pieces back in. Get our ejection port cover back on the upper receiver here. Very important to keep dust out of the weapon. Slide our rod back on there. Put that down. Put our barrel back on. And from what I can remember from my last build, it's between 30 foot-pounds and 80 foot-pounds of torque on a barrel nut. Very important to remember. I wonder once we get to the actual... Oh, that is back in. Okay. Let's put our gas tube back in. I don't know if I could have done that with the handguard still off. No, I couldn't have. Yeah, I could have. Not quite sure, but I normally would have put the gas tube on before the handguard. I guess I always do my builds with free float rails without a front sight post, so like a low profile gas block and that kind of idea. Close up the Jeep here. Let's go test out this weapon here. I'm not going to take it to the CQB range. I would, but this is a customer's weapon. I shouldn't be playing around with it. You know, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't end up working on the old trigger, at least putting some oil on it, but I am not one to judge. Let's see here. We're going to cycle our fire selector here. Now it is in automatic. Do a little side profile action. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I do not think this guy got screwed at the auction. And would it really be a trip to the range if we didn't just do a mag dump? Well, at this point, I would definitely have to go clean the customer's weapon again. But, I'd say it functions well. So let's go on back to the workshop. Now that we are back, let's unload that rifle from our little Jeep here. I love the way that Jeep opens. And I do not think that this order had any more pieces to it. Always good to ship. Always good to ship the rifle back unloaded. Take it back. We did the test operation, took it to the field, we repaired it. Let's send her back. There is $1,420 for us after that job. We're making it somewhere. Hopefully we can start purchasing our own weapons and, you know, get into a little bit more custom work. But we'll see what this email has to say, and we'll check out some more weapons in the next episode here. So thank you for watching. I'm going to be continuing this series, so enjoy. Thank you.